Hey guys, this is Aegis, and I've got here a game between Dignitas's Select, and his opponent is going to be our Protoss player, WhiteRa, playing as DuckloadRa. So this is a little bit old. The replay is marked August. No, the replay is marked August 4th. No, I can't remember how old this is, but it is from NASL. So this is game 1 between Dignitas's Select and DuckloadRa. I'm not sure how old the replay is, but it was from patch 1.3.4. But I don't think much changed between 1.3.4 and 1.3.5. And as I'm aware of, 3.5 and 3.6 have not much different as well. WhiteRa is going to be over here in the bottom corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, and Select is going to be throwing up a wall here, so he may be going for some sort of expansion. We'll see if he decides to do that, or if he decides to grab a gas in the near future. WhiteRa over here is throwing up his gateway. So I'm also not aware of any differences that the NASL version of Xel'Naga Caverns has with the normal one. This one was marked specifically NASL Xel'Naga Caverns, but so far I haven't seen any differences, so perhaps it's the same thing, but they just wanted to make sure that people knew it's the version that they're going to be playing on for NASL. And we have a continuous chrono boost of probes coming out from WhiteRa, throwing up his gas as well. And it looks like the wall has been completed for Select, and the probe is going to be relegated to zapping away at that SCV over here. Looks like the SCV almost going down is going to be escaping from here. The probe is going to continue to chase after him, and a Marine is now on the way, is rallied to the front. Select throwing up another barracks, so he may be going for a little bit of pressure at the beginning. Only 2 guys in gas as of this moment, and Mule coming down as well. SCV is checking everything out over here, does see the 1 gas, so he knows that WhiteRa is not yet teching, perhaps grabbing a later gas. And we have the cybernetics core finishing up, and the warp gate research getting started. And it looks like we have another barracks, so actually no, we've got a reactor over here, and the barracks now finishing up. So the wall is currently open, going to be throwing up another supply depot to make sure he does not get supply blocked. And the second gas does get started, and the probe does see it, the SCV does see it, so he knows that WhiteRa is now going to be teching. And it looks like that Zella, doing a nice job there, dancing around, is able to kill off that 1 SCV. WhiteRa getting up another gateway, and a Stalker is advancing across the field. 3 gateways up for WhiteRa, so he is going to be going for 3 gate, possibly a 3 gate expand. We'll see if he decides to throw down some more sentries, or if he decides to do some tech. And the Twilight Council is on the way, so possibly 3 gate Blink Stalker. We'll see how much damage he is able to do with that. Select over here with 3 Marines at the top of his ramp, and the Stalker is going to be poking in here. The Stalker is going to be able to do a little bit of damage against 1 Marine, but will be able to retreat and recharge its shields. A SCV is also poking forth to see if there is a fast Protoss expansion. Looks like the Twilight Council is almost complete. He is making Zealots, so it's a little bit different than expected if he was going for those Blink Stalkers. Looks like that SCV does make its way in here, so it will be able to check everything out, and it will see the tech as well. It'll see the Blink on the way. Looks like the Stalker does retreat. Next Zealot does pop out, and with that, Duckload is actually throwing down his Dark Shrine. He started the Blink upgrade, canceled it, and then threw down a Dark Templar tech, so he will be going for that. A robotics bay is also on the robotics facility is also on the way. So WhiteRa also going for an expansion, and Select is actually moving out across the map. This could do a lot of damage. Select here with just the 2 racks, also going for an expansion. And the 1 Stalker over here getting picked off. WhiteRa needs every unit that he can get to defend against this push. And there's still not much over here. WhiteRa, he knows that this push is coming. He's warping in a Sentry and a Zealot. He needs to make his force fields perfect. Additional Zealots coming out right now. Going to be throwing down the Chrono Boost on all of his gateways. And here comes the push. He needs that force field to be perfect. And oh no, there's a hole in that force field. He's going to be able to micro back using the Marauder as part of that wall, and the Marines making their way in here now. The Sentry does get away, but these Terran units are right on top of the Protoss production facilities here. All the probes getting pulled back, and the probes getting pulled off the line to fight against this Marine Marauder force. Dark Temple are getting warped in, and the scan going down is going to be cleaning this up very easily. Oh no, looks like WhiteRa is trying to warp in additional units. He's going to be pulling his probes once again, trying to go after all of those units, but the warp gates are still on cooldown, unable to warp in additional units. The last Zealot does get taken out. WhiteRa trying to hang in here for as long as possible. A lot of workers have been killed. 14 workers now, going to be rising to 15, and all of the workers trying to clean up this Terran attack force. Looks like WhiteRa has lost the vast majority of his probes. GG from WhiteRa, and there's going to be a game 2.